Alrighty, Roo, and cuckoo to you and all my nobody's not watching out there. Pretty sure I don't know if I did this understanding part two, but I just did trust part one, so let's just continue on that, and then we can get to try if we did understanding. I think we did understanding, but I don't remember, and that it doesn't look any different than this, really, other than the thing that makes it. Yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna work on trust. Gotta do trust first. Okay, so it's a little concerning that all the things are like white blocks again. That's not great. Like the stuff on the walls. I don't think it was that way before. Another day passes in a flash, and it's already time for the next club meeting. Although Monica should have come up with a plan for today's club tasks, she hasn't been able to shake her guilt and anxiety after reading Sayori's poem. Oh wow, that affected her that deeply. I mean, it was pretty messed up. I made a comment there, but all right. I'm so stupid. How did I let myself be the center of attention? Is that what you took from the poem? Sayori's going through these kinds of feelings, and I'm letting her comfort me instead of the other way around. Oh, okay. So you're like, this girl needs fucking help, and I'm the club president. I should be helping her. It's like, I feel like you stumbled upon that, but okay. What kind of club president does that? Alright, alright, alright. This whole time I didn't think to ask her about her own feelings. You're kind of overwhelmed and just happy that she's there, and, like, I am not trying to defend you, because you are the worst. You are the worst. Like, you are the worst. No defense for you. You're terrible. Don't like you. We had our moment where I liked you, and it is gone. I know your sin. That said, you know, I just feel like you're kind of caught up in the whole trying to make the club thing, and she's a lot overwhelming. So, I, I almost don't fault you for that. So much for the stupid vision. Wow, already giving up on that. Cool, cool, cool. Sayori enters the clubroom with her usual smile, but upon seeing the downcast Monica, her smile quickly fades into an expression of concern. Of course, because she's very kind and sweet. Monica? Is everything okay? Dot, dot, dot. I'm really sorry. I'm such a terrible friend. Like, we literally just became friends like yesterday or the other day. It's not that big a deal. Huh? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. Monica shakes her head. I made this all about myself. You mean the club that you created and you're president of? And I was messing around when I caught you napping, and I was like, you're sleeping. I should be club president. Ah, ha 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 ha. JK. LOL. Like, this is my introduction. Like, come on, man. Even you said so yesterday. You told me that I'm trying to make the club that I need, make the club that I need the most, right? It's like, wow, way to turn those, weaponize my words. Like, yeah, it's your club, and it's the club that you need the most. You could have been doing, you were president of another club, the debate club, and other clubs, and all the things, and you gave up those things so that you could be here. Like, this is the club that you needed. I assume that I know that about you. I don't know. But my problem, they're so trivial compared to yours. You don't know you don't know me. It's like, I just got some deep thoughts going on and stuff. Don't make them worse, you crazy bitch. Gonna though. Sarah responds quietly. What are you talking about? But as she says that, her face darkens. Through the silence, Sayori mutters her realization. I left My folder here. Monica stares blankly ahead, unable to come up with a response. I wasn't ready to share those. Now you're worrying about me? I don't want that. But why? We're friends, right? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Friends look out for each other. I want to be here for you as much as you're here for me. Another long moment passes in silence. The air is incredibly heavy. This is different. It wasn't just about you yesterday. It was about the club. Besides, things were so happy yesterday. You don't need to do this all of a sudden. I don't want it. I like happy. So, if you do this, then you're just being selfish. Boom! Oh! Like, yeah, fuck your couch. Like, she didn't mean to do that. She's not like you. She doesn't leave things for people to find for the purpose of manipulating them. She's manipulative when it comes... It's pretty obvious when she's manipulative. And she didn't want that. She wants to be happy. She wants to come here and have a good time. She misplaced her folder, and she's not trying to manipulate you or make you feel bad or any of the things you're doing, and you're still making it all about you. And it's like, you weren't supposed to see that. I wasn't ready to share that with you. We are not there yet. So you're just being selfish. Monica massages her forehead, struggling through the frustration of such a paradox. It's understandable that Sayori isn't ready to share certain things, but as unfair as it is for Monica to pry, it's also painful for Monica to force herself to ignore the needs of her friends. Like, those aren't needs you're supposed to be aware of. She's okay. Poetry is a healthy way to get things out. Now, yes, if you see that poetry, it can be concerning, but at this point, I don't think this was like a cry for help thing. And I was like, wow, okay, woo! But like, you weren't supposed to see that, and this isn't like this is a slip for a cry for help, like ideation thing. She didn't want you to see those. She's just absent-minded and, flighty, and didn't notice that it happened. And you're somebody who notices things, and now you feel bad about it, but it's really wasn't your business, and she didn't want it to be your business. You guys just started being friends, so chill out. I'm sorry I looked. I disrespected your privacy. See, once again, making it about yourself, but at least you're taking responsibility and sort of like, okay, you didn't really want me to do that, but you actually did have a decent reason. Like, I thought it was your homework, and I would have to... all that. I get it. No, I don't blame you for looking. You would have at least needed to check if it was mine. See, yeah, right. Like, thank you, Sayori. One of the more logical things you'll have to say. Yeah, Monica takes a deep breath. Okay, I understand that you don't want me to worry. And I think I'll be able to put this aside so that we can move on. But can you promise me something? Promise you what? Monica pauses to collect her thoughts. This is the Literature Club. It's a place where people can express themselves in ways that life normally doesn't allow them to. That's the vision. In fact, it's our vision. Right the way into your heart, or whatever. So I just want you to promise me that you'll remember that too. It doesn't have to be right now, but I want to be here for you when you need it. I want us to be ourselves like that. Sayori smiles gently. I promise. I'll promise if you promise. Unable to help it, Monica returns Sayori's smile. I promise. Me too. As the conversation closes, the mood in the room is lifted. Now I'm just going to say, these side stories, I don't remember when they popped up or when they were available. I know it's part of the plus content of the Doki Doki Literature Club plus stuff. And it totally changes the whole thing. I think they popped up after I got through, like, the beginning prologue. So I probably could have, like, I don't know, if I were to go back. Like, at the time, I was just like, I know this is going to get bad. Let's just do it. Let's just hunker down and get through it. And I was trying to, like, get through it. At this point, having done that, and then visiting them later, like I visited one later, and it gave me more background about how the club was before I got there. It's sort of like a prequel. I feel like the game should encourage you to check out the side stories. Not force you, but encourage. Because I probably wouldn't have taken the encouragement, even though I'm saying this now. I'm just saying it gives greater depth and meaning. And it actually just makes what happens that much more painful, which I probably wouldn't have wanted, because it was rough getting through this for me, like psychologically. Like, it was difficult. Like, I can admit that. But this would have just, it does, you know, it just makes it like that much more hard-hitting, I guess is the best way to put it. With that behind them, it's time to proceed with the club activities. So, want to teach me about poetry? Huh? But what about recruitment? It's fine, we have plenty of time for that. But right now, I feel like I want to do this. I mean, I do have to fulfill my end of the promise, you know? There's no way I could say no to that. Just don't expect much. I do a lot of writing, but it's not like I'm a scholar or anything. That's fine. I think I just need some motivation. I never know where to start and when it comes to writing poems. Starting isn't so hard. You kind of just need to write down what your feelings and see where it takes you. Yeah, but that wouldn't come out any good. It's not supposed to. You're gonna have to fight your perfectionist mind on this one. You can just start by writing your feelings and see what kind of things it makes you think of. This is actually not bad advice when it comes to writing poetry. I have myself had such a problem when it comes to writing poetry, where it's like, especially when I started, and even now, like years and years, whatever, like following rhyme schemes and like learning iambic pentameter and all that, like learning all the ins and outs and the officials and the algorithms and the things and the whatever, and then being like, nah, I'm just gonna kind of do whatever I want. Like, I'll use what I use and don't when I don't. It's better to write what you feel, and then I can, you can go back over it again later and sort of change it a bit. Or feel like you want to change something later in that same poem that you're writing, and then be like, this conflicts with what I said earlier. Let's change that so that it fits the meter or the whatever. Like, it fits better with the flow. Then yeah, but also there's a lot to be said for poems that have no anything, like they don't follow any of that. They're just abstract, effectively. Like, that's the best way I can put it. There's a better word, I'm sure, more official. Abstract poems that don't rhyme, they don't follow any scheme, and some of those are the ones that people remember most, There was one that was it was in Sopranos recently. I can't remember what it's called. It was like The Second Coming or something. And they didn't even read the entire thing, but one of like the main, I don't want to like spoilers for The Sopranos. It's not that big a spoiler. It's just it like it made me stop watching and like look it up and like read the whole thing, and like it was inspiring. It was Yates, WHH, WB Yates or something. I don't know. I don't remember. But The Second Coming, and it was just like it's like wow, whoa, 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 what happened here? Like I was doing other things and just sort of watching Sopranos passively, and then I was like, wait, no, like I had to go find it. It was that, and that's what it did to the character that was involved. It was really important, and I was like, wow, okay. And I don't think it was like a rhyming one. It just sort of abstract. But anyway, moving on. And then you can turn your feelings into a little story. And then you can get your feelings down first, and then you can make it sound pretty later. Exactly. Do the thing, get it out, and you can, you know, trim and edit and all the things later. Just sometimes you'll realize you don't even like what you said earlier, or you don't agree with it, or you could say it so much better. It's not like it's building a railroad where you go from one end to the other. You don't want to get Jumanji. You don't want to get Ticket to Ride. That's funny. I almost want to stop here just for that. I think I have to. I think I gotta.